Okay, please give me the presentation. Presenting. Roll number first.
Present, sir.
Roll number two.
Present, sir.
Roll number three.
Yes, sir.
Roll number four.
Present, sir.
Roll number five. Roll number six.
Yes, sir.
Roll number seven.
Yes, sir.
Roll number eight. Roll number nine. Roll number 10.
Yes, sir.
11. 12.
Yes, sir.
13.
Yes, sir.
14.
Yes, sir.
15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20.
Yes, sir.
21.
Yes, sir.
22. 23.
Yes, sir.
24. 25. 26.
Yes, sir.
27. 28. 29. 27 present. 28. 29. 30.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 27.
31. 32. 33.
Yes, sir.
34.
Present, sir. Yes,
35.
sir.
36.
Yes, sir.
37. 38.
Yes, sir.
39.
Yes, sir.
40. 41.
Yes, sir.
42. 43.
Yes, sir.
44.
Yes, sir.
45. 46.
Yes, sir.
47.
Yes, sir.
48. 49.
Yes, sir.
50.
Yes, sir.
51.
Present, sir.
52. 53. 54.
54. Yes, sir.
55.
Yes, sir.
56.
Yes, sir.
57. 58.
Present, sir.
59. 60. 61. 62. 63.
Yes, sir.
64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69.
Yes, sir.
70.
Yes, sir.
71. 72,
Yes, sir.
73, 74, 75, 76, 77,
Yes, sir.
78.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. At the end of the lecture or middle of the lecture, I will again take the attendance. So we will start from our last lecture. Hello.
17. 17.
I have taken, yes, yes, yes. I have taken the attendance of the roll number 9, 15, 17, 48. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So we will start our last lecture from. So we have seen in last lecture, we have see the last type of the analysis, that is your thermal analysis. And I think we have covered our end of the first part of the third chapter. Okay, so today we will just see review of the third chapter, that is the FEM. Third chapter, first part, that is the finite element method. So in this chapter we have seen the definition of FEM. Yes, sir. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. So we have seen that the definition of the FEM, what is mean of the FEM, 5 we are going to using the FEM, and here too we are going to using this FEM techniques at the time of the CAD/CAM CS system. Okay, so basically we have seen the near about the 9 or 10 types of the analysis. In that we are going to we have seen that the as per the application, real practical application, which type of the analysis we have to use at that particular analysis. Okay, so in that we have seen that the linear static analysis, non-linear analysis for metal and non-metal part. Then we have seen that the dynamic analysis, here we have to find the free dynamic analysis and force dynamic analysis. In that we have to divide it the category wise. Likewise, natural frequency, in that external excitation, we have to give some external excitation, and then we have to find out the 3 different responses from that forced dynamic analysis. Okay, next we have seen that the simple buckling analysis, then thermal analysis, likewise fatigue analysis. In that analysis we have to find out the life cycle span of the particular that product or any component. Okay, then optimization, if some error in that model or component at the time of the analysis, so we have to optimize in terms of the CAD phase, then CAM phase, and then we are going to go forward to that actual manufacturing phase. Okay, and CFD analysis, crash analysis, this is purely related to our mechanical automotive industry. In that we are going to actually testing that particular car or model in that different testing. Okay, then NVH. So likewise we have seen that the types of analysis in FEM as per our mechanical industry. We are going to focus important types of analysis. Then next important type, that is the terms used in FEM. So this is the basic part of the FEM. So we have to learn. So what are the different terms we are going to using in FEM? So likely a domain means your overall structure where you are considering the all problems in that, all whatever that you are applying, the all boundary condition, loading condition, whatever that meshing part domain. Okay, that is called as a whole domain of the FEM. Then degrees of freedom, here too you have to fix the all degrees of freedom. Here you are going to apply some rotational degrees of freedom or translation. Okay, then node, element, mesh, what is mean by mesh, then boundary condition, pre-processing, processing, and post-processing. Like this we have seen that the different terms in FEM. Then next we have seen different types of the elements as per the practical application. Here we have to use a simple one dimensional bar element, 2 dimensional, 3, or otherwise in terms of the mass and damper. Okay, so we have seen that with the practical application with element shape and example. Okay, so this is a one-dimensional element. Here only one dimension is there. We have to additionally give extra two dimension in terms of the y and z. Okay, here only x dimension is there, so we have to provide additionally y and z dimension. Okay, then second type, that is a second two-dimensional element. Here we have to give extra additional as a third dimension, that like z dimension. Okay, so in terms of thickness we are going to provide a third additional dimension for that particular element, so we will able to calculate the area of the cross section of that particular model. Likewise, we have seen that third element, that is a three-dimensional element. So here near about equally all dimensions there, so there is no additionally provide any additional information for that making model or calculating the volume area. Okay, so this is the 3D element. In that 3D element we can directly put the as an attribute or as an entity like cone, sphere, rectangle, square at the time of the creating the geometry. Okay, that is the benefit of this three-dimensional element. And last, that is the other element, means like you can just take an example of the mass, damper, spring. You can take the example of our bicycle or motorcycle. Here you can find out the one shock observer is there. So that type of the application we are going to taking the as analysis part in this other type of element. Okay. So these are the types of the elements. Then we have seen general steps in FEM. Okay, so in that FEM 18, Suraj Gauri is present. Okay, we have seen that general steps in that pre-processing, processing, and post-processing. Okay, so in that pre-processing there are three major types, like creation of model, discretization, then boundary conditions. Okay, these are the major three steps in pre-processing in that first process of the FEM. Okay, so this is the first important steps where we are going to create the model. We have to discretize, we have to divide that model into n number of parts, that is the elements, and then we are going to apply whatever that our objectives like boundary condition, forces. Okay, then second, in that processing we have to give as a solve, matrix formation and multiplication. That thing is happening in behind the screen. Okay, like in programming. Okay, just we have to click on the solve icon. That means solution for the unknowns. We will get the our objective. Suppose I want to find out the stress, strain, displacement, so I will get that value. Then next important, that is the post processing. That means just viewing the results from that software. We have to just click on that particular parameter, then we will get our desired output. Okay, so this is a major we can call it the important points in FEM, that is the general steps in FEM. So later on we have seen that some structural analysis of the one-dimensional bar element. Okay, in that we have seen that the stiffness matrix formulation. Then we have seen that the one simple example where we have to find out the दिसत नाही का screen?
सर डिस्क्रिटायझेशन म्हणजे काय? Previous slide मध्ये.
Okay, so I will yes. In that pre-processing there second step discretization. Okay, so discretization is nothing but we are just simply divide that whole part into a number of the elements. Okay, suppose simple bar घेतला मी 100 mm लेंथचा, त्याला मी 10 mm चे 10 पार्ट करतो. That is nothing but your discretization. Means एक जो एलिमेंट होता मोठा 100 mm चा, त्याला मी 10 एलिमेंट मध्ये कट केलं. 10 mm चे 10 एलिमेंट, त्याला म्हणायचं डिस्क्रिटायझेशन. डिस्क्रिटायझेशन इज नथिंग बट डिवाइडिंग द पार्ट्स. आणि FEM मध्ये आपण असं का करतो, तर आपल्याला जर ॲक्युरसी इन्क्रीज करायची असेल तर आपण काय करतो, नंबर ऑफ द एलिमेंट्स नोड्स हे इन्क्रीज करतो एकाच पार्टचे, जेणेकरून आपल्याला ॲक्युरसी जास्त मिळेल. मला प्रत्येक नोडला, मला प्रत्येक एलिमेंटला जर बघायचं असेल की किती डिस्प्लेसमेंट होते किंवा किती स्ट्रेस आणि किती स्ट्रेनची व्हॅल्यू येते जर मी 100 न्यूटन फोर्स अप्लाय केला तर मला पर्टिक्युलर इलेमेंटला पर्टिक्युलर नोडला मी व्हॅल्यू कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतो. त्याच्यासाठी ही प्री प्रोसेसिंग मधली एक इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेज आहे त्याची, दॅट इज नथिंग बट युअर डिस्क्रिटायझेशन. ओके, गॉट इट जयदेव?
येस सर.
हॅलो, कळालं? डिस्क्रिटायझेशन म्हणजे फक्त सिंपल आहे की फक्त त्याचे पार्ट
Yes,
डिवाइड
sir.
करायचे. ठीक आहे. Okay. So next part we have seen that the structural analysis of the one-dimensional bar element. Then we have seen that some example of the simple one bar, then two-stepped bar, then three-stepped bar, then four-stepped bar, and I have given to you one as a homework problem, and most of the students have solved and sent me the solution for that particular problem. So thank you so much for that answering that question. And remaining of you are very welcome. Okay, तुमच्यासाठी तुम्हीच जर तुम्हाला आन्सर रिप्लाय द्यायचा नसेल किंवा तुम्हाला सोल्युशन द्यायचं नसेल तर ठीक आहे, जे देतात त्यांच्यासाठी थँक्स. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट पार्ट we have seen that the thermal analysis also for the one dimensional bar element, and in that we are going to formulate the formula for the that thermal analysis as same like structural analysis, just we are replacing that stiffness matrix in terms of the thermal stiffness matrix, that is K. In that structural analysis, K stands for the stiffness matrix for the structural analysis, but in this thermal analysis that K stands for the stiffness matrix of the that thermal analysis. And in structural analysis our standard formula is K into U is equal to F. In that K is a purely stiffness matrix, U is a displacement matrix. Here we are going to find out the U1, U2, U3, U4 values is equal to F. F is nothing but your force matrix. In that we are going to find out the force values. Finding is nothing but already they have given the applying Newton force, like at the end of the last element, means suppose we can take the F4 value, then already you have know the F4 value, and F1 is nothing but your action is equal to reaction, that we are going to consider capital R. Okay, and in between these two forces, F2 and F3, we are going to considering the zero value. Okay, so last that is a force matrix. This is already known. Only we have to calculate the displacement value. The same ways in thermal analysis, that formula is K into T is equal to Q. K is nothing but your stiffness matrix for the thermal analysis in terms of the thermal conductivity into temperature. Whatever that objective is there, we have to find out the intermediate temperature of the different valve. So that is a capital T, means T1, T2, T3 temperature at the different node is equal to Q, that is the heat flow at the node 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this, we have to find out the heat flow as well as the temperature at a specific node. So okay, so we have seen these two types of analysis for one-dimensional bar element only. So we have completed the first part of the third chapter, that is a finite element method, and remaining second part, that is a automation. So that part we will start in next lecture onwards. So today we will take one quiz on this first part of this third chapter. So I will send a link of this third chapter part 1 quiz on the chat box. So I request to everyone, go to your chat box. Go to chat box. I will send a link of the quiz. So you have to just attempt this quiz, and before entering the quiz, you have to write your full name. Okay. So means suppose roll number 31. So we have to write your name like Jaydev Nanavre and TYB 31. Okay. Then and then only I will consider as your attendance for today's lecture and for the quiz attendance. Okay. Don't write XYZ name or any other name. Okay. So I will provide you a link of the quiz. Wait for a second. And attempt for this quiz is only one. Okay. So be careful. Everyone got the link? Please check your chat box. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I request you everyone just go through that link, attempt the quiz, write your full name with roll number. Please join the quiz fast. Please ensure that at the time of the joining quiz, please write your roll number with your name. Okay, and start the attempt the quiz. Only one attempt is there, so be careful. Harshvardhan Ubay.
Yes, sir.
Quiz का attempt
Sorry,
करता
voice
है
is breaking.
You are not attempting
करते
quiz.
सर. होते सर. Join होते.
Fast,
Yes,
fast.
sir. Yes,
जे
sir.
कोणी क्विज अटेंड करणार नाही त्यांची ॲबसेंटी लागेल. ओके, सो जे कोणी प्रेझेंट आहे फक्त जॉईन करून लेक्चर बाकीची कामं करत बसते त्यांची ॲबसेंटी लागली जाईल. जे क्विज अटेंड करतील त्यांचीच फक्त प्रेझेंटी लागेल. टेक द नोट अँड ऍक्ट अकॉर्डिंगली. कोड 038 638. Go to Google, search my quiz, join the quiz, enter code 038 638. एकदम इझी क्वेश्चन आहेत. फक्त लक्षपूर्वक फक्त क्वेश्चन वाचा, रीड करा. Very simple question is there. Okay, roll number 1, Deshpande.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 2, have you attempted the quiz?
Giving.
Okay, well, try to complete within less time, fast. Roll number 2, Ikatpure. Roll number 2, I request to other students, please join the quiz and complete as earlier possible. Otherwise, I will mark as your absentee.
Completed, sir.
Okay. Wait for others. हा झाले का टेस्ट सगळ्यांचे? हा फास्ट. Please complete our quiz as earlier. So we have to take a review. We have to take review after this quiz. So we'll go through just brief. Okay, everyone completed? Roll number 78 completed. Roll number 77.
Yes, sir. Completed.
Okay. I think everyone is completed. So we will take some review. So we will go question wise. So first question. Okay, please give attention. So question first is like post processing consists of a building geometry, check the results, define material properties, and assign boundary conditions. So answer is anyone
Check the result.
check the result. Okay. So basically post processing we have to just check the results. Okay. And whatever that building the geometry, that means your pre-processing, making the geometry. Then next define material properties and assign boundary condition. That is also part of the pre-processing. Okay. So answer is check the results. I think 23 students given the correct answer and 10 is the wrong answer. Okay. Next question. If the accuracy of mesh is improved using yes, Vidate.
Sir, sir, present your screen.
स्क्रीन प्रेजेंट करोगा?
हाँ सर.
Wait. My screen is visible?
Yes sir.
Vidate?
Yes sir. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now you can see a first question like a post processing consists of the following, that is a building geometry and check the results and define material properties and assign boundary conditions. Okay. So the answer is check the results. Second question, if the accuracy of the mesh is improved using a higher order polynomial, then it is called as H refinement, P refinement, HP refinement and R refinement. Okay. आता हा क्वेश्चन बेसिकली म्हणजे तुम्हाला सांगितलं नव्हतं की कोणत्या रिफाइनमेंटला कोणतं नाव असतं. ओके. सो इफ हायर ऑर्डर पॉलिनॉमियल इज देअर देन द refinement is a P refinement. Okay. And other means order of that our accuracy is missed is rather than polynomial, that refinement is H refinement. So our ANSYS software, we are going to using these two type of the refinement for the applying the mesh. Mesh हे दोन प्रकारचे असतात, H refinement आणि P refinement. ओके. तर त्याच्यातले हे दोन्हीतलं आपण बेसिकली H आणि P हे यूज करतो. जर ऑर्डर पॉलिनॉमिनल असेल तर तेव्हा काय म्हणायचं P refinement. Okay, and other than polynomial असेल तर H refinement. So answer is P refinement. Okay, so I think 13 students given correct answer. Then next question, the term finite element was introduced by, हे FEM कुणी केलं त्याचं नाव काय, तर Clough. Okay, option C is correct, that is Clough is one of the scientists. They was developed the FEM terms. The next question, if mesh density increases means we are going to increase the number of the element and nodes, so it will be increase the mesh density, and by default it will give accuracy of the results increases. So answer is accuracy of results increases, not accuracy of result decreases. Accuracy remains usual and all of the above. Okay, so answer is results increases. Next question, the element equations cannot be solved without. Anyone? कोण सांगू शकते का आन्सर याचं?
Boundary condition.
बाउंड्री कंडिशन्स. ओके, तर आता मला वाटतं याच्यामध्ये बरेच जणांचा आन्सर चुकलंय. आता इथं ऑप्शन बघू आपण वन बाय वन. फर्स्ट आहे बाउंड्री कंडिशन्स. ठीक आहे, जर आपण त्या मॉडेलला जर काही मटेरियल बाउंड्री कंडिशन दिले नाहीत, म्हणजे जसं की काहीतरी लोडिंग कंडिशन कुठेतरी फिक्स केलंय आणि आपण इक्वेशन सॉल्व्ह करायला लागलोय, काय भेटेल का? नाही भेटणार. सेकंड ऑप्शन आहे लिनियर स्टॅटिक कंडिशन्स. आता लिनियर स्टॅटिक कंडिशन ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी कुठे येतात? ज्यावेळेस अनालिसिस करतो त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला सिलेक्ट करावं लागतं की आपण अनालिसिस कोणतं करतोय, लिनियर करतोय का डायनामिक करतोय. म्हणजे ह्याचा काय त्याच्यावरती इफेक्ट होत नाही, तुम्ही फक्त टाईप ऑफ अनालिसिस चूज करताय. ठीक आहे. अँड पोस्ट प्रोसेसिंग कंडिशन. पोस्ट प्रोसेसिंग कंडिशनचं म्हणजे काय, ते नंतर बघतो आपण, सगळं अनालिसिस झाल्यानंतर रिझल्ट बघतो. ओके, वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू गिव्ह एनी इनपुट ॲज अ सॉल्विंग द इक्वेशन्स. ओके, आपण इक्वेशन सॉल्व्ह कशा व्यतिरिक्त सॉल्व्ह करू शकत नाही. असं काय आहे की आपल्याला कंपल्सरी त्या मॉडेलला काहीतरी बाउंड्री कंडिशन, काहीतरी अप्लाइंग फोर्स वगैरे दिल्यानंतरच ते आपण सॉल्व्ह करू शकतो. म्हणजे आन्सर काय आहे? बाउंड्री कंडिशन्स. नेक्स्ट, discretization can be done using software mostly in industry. Anyone?
Hypermesh.
ओके, सो मी तुम्हाला सांगू शकतो की आता AutoCAD हा बेसिकली फक्त ड्राफ्टिंग आणि डिझाईन साठी आहे. तसंच CATIA आहे फक्त मॉडेलिंग साठी असेल, तर ANSYS असेल तर अनालिसिस साठी. पण फक्त मेशिंग साठी, म्हणजे फक्त आपल्या प्रॉब्लेमचा एक पार्ट आहे मेशिंग कसं करायचं, मेशिंग केल्यानंतर अॅक्युरसी वाढते. तर सेपरेट मेशिंग करण्यासाठी एक सॉफ्टवेअर आहे इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये आणि ते वाईडली यूज करतात, त्याचं नाव आहे हायपरमेश. ओके, सो आन्सर इज हायपरमेश. नेक्स्ट, द टर्म AE/L रिप्रेझेंट्स, कोणी आहे? एनीवन?
Stiffness.
ओके, आता इथं बऱ्याच जणांचा कन्फ्युजन झाला असेल की सरनं सांगितलं की K इज इक्वल टू AE/L, इट इज अ स्टिफनेस मॅट्रिक्स, आणि इथं आन्सर आहे स्टिफनेस. तर K इज इक्वल टू AE/L into bracket 1 minus 1 minus 1 1, that is a stiffness matrix. Okay, whole terms, it is a stiffness matrix. Okay, but okay, now you can see first rank कोण होतं ते? सेकंड रँक आय थिंक सोनवणे, फर्स्ट यासार, सेकंड सोनवणे अँड थर्ड वैभव भोसले. ओके, सो congratulations for these three toppers. The next Ekatpure like Akash, Harshvardhan, Sandeep, Aftab, Ridham, Vidate. Okay. Before solving, giving the answer for the any question, please read carefully and then go for the answer. Okay. काय वेळेस फक्त क्वेश्चन कन्फ्युजिंग आहेत, तुम्ही लगेच आन्सर देता. ओके, ठीक आहे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज AE/L. ओके, सो basically the stiffness is only representing the AE/L. It is called as a stiffness. We are going to finding out the stiffness for particular that element. But if once you have to calculate the stiffness matrix, then we have to calculate the K is equal to AE/L into 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. That is nothing but is called as stiffness matrix. Okay, so here AE/L only represents the stiffness. Stiffness is one of the term for the calculating the for different element. So next question is a stress analysis of the spur gear can be conveniently done using software ANSYS, ProE, AutoCAD, CATIA. Anyone?
ANSYS.
So तुम्ही जर लक्ष दिलं ऑप्शन मध्ये तर प्रोव्ही आहे, ऑटोकॅड आहे, कटिया आहे, ANSYS आहे. याच्यातलं अनालिसिस सॉफ्टवेअर हे फक्त कोणतं आहे? ANSYS आहे. ऑटोकॅड ड्राफ्टिंग डिझाईन, कटिया मॉडेलिंग, प्रोई अजून ते पण मॉडेलिंग साठीच आहे. तर क्वेश्चन काय होता की स्पर गिअरचं स्ट्रेस अनालिसिस करण्यासाठी कोणतं सॉफ्टवेअर वापरतात? तर ऑब्वियस आहे इथं फक्त अनालिसिसचं सॉफ्टवेअर कोणतं आहे? ANSYS. So answer is ANSYS. Next, if the number of the node increases, then option accuracy decreases, accuracy increases, accuracy remains same, and none. Anyone?
Accuracy increases.
Okay. तर जर तुम्ही बघितलं बाबा एकच मॉडेल आहे, एक रेक्टेंगल आहे. Suppose you can take the example of the one rectangle which is having how many nodes? Anyone tell?
3 nodes.
One rectangle. 3 nodes. How?
4 nodes. Sorry, 4 nodes.
One rectangle having 4 nodes which is from one element. Okay. And for that, suppose I am going to divide that rectangle into 2 parts. So how many nodes? Anyone? जो काय पहिला रेक्टेंगल होता त्याला 4 नोड होते, बरोबर आहे? म्हणजे एक एलिमेंट होता. परत मी त्याला 2 पार्ट मध्ये डिवाइड केला तर नोड किती झाले?
6.
Okay, so node will be increases 4 to 6, element increases 1 to 2 element. Like this, you are going to increasing the number of nodes. By default, element is increases, and for the FEM, we are going to doing analysis in terms of the our applying any boundary condition, loading condition, and then we will get our stress, strain, and displacement value as per the our requirement. And whatever the particular displacement, suppose I want to calculate a displacement value at a node 1 in element 1, so I will calculate a accurate value of the displacement at the particular node. Okay, rather than going whole domain, so I am going to just particular node, so it will give a better accuracy. So for that purpose, we are going to increase a number of element and increase the number of the node. So answer is increase the accuracy. The next, the process of building the structure matrix, that is a capital K, from the element stiffness matrices K is called as, anyone?
Assembly.
Assembly matrices. Okay, this is the correct answer. आता तुम्हाला एक सांगतो याच्यामध्ये शब्द काय आहेत बघा आणि आपण सांगितलेले शब्द काय आहेत. आपण समजा एक 3 स्टेप्ड बार प्रॉब्लेम होता, ठीक आहे. मग त्या 3 स्टेप्ड बार साठी आपण काय करतो? K1, K2, K3 हे काय झाले? स्टिफनेस मॅट्रिसेस फॉर द एलिमेंट 1, एलिमेंट 2 अँड एलिमेंट 3. बरोबर. हे तिन्ही झाल्यानंतर आपण काय करायचो? अ ग्लोबल मॅट्रिक्स दॅट इज अ कॅपिटल K इज इक्वल टू K1 प्लस K2 प्लस K3. ओके, असं करायचो. तिघांची ऍडिशन करायचो म्हणजेच असेंबली करायचो आणि तुम्ही ग्लोबल मॅट्रिक्स फॉर्म करायचो. इथं शब्द काय वापरलाय? अ प्रोसेस ऑफ द बिल्डिंग द स्ट्रक्चर मॅट्रिक्स. ओके, म्हणजे स्ट्रक्चर मॅट्रिक्स म्हणजे ग्लोबल मॅट्रिक्स, म्हणजे त्या सगळ्या तुमच्या डोमेनचा जो काय 3 स्टेप्ड बार प्रॉब्लेम आहे त्याला त्यांनी स्ट्रक्चर म्हटलंय. तर ते सगळा स्ट्रक्चर मॅट्रिक्स करण्यासाठी तुम्ही काय करता? प्रत्येक एलिमेंटचा स्टिफनेस मॅट्रिक्स त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण? मग आपण सगळ्यांचे काय करतो? सगळ्या एलिमेंट स्टिफनेस मॅट्रिक्सचे ऍडिशन करतो, दॅट इज नथिंग बट असेंबली करतो. मग आन्सर काय तुमचं? असेंबली. डिकम्पोजिशन म्हणजे काय? सेपरेट करणे. इंटरपोलेशन म्हणजे काय? त्या पर्टिक्युलर पॉइंटला एक एक ऍड करणे. ठीक आहे. तर आन्सर काय बरोबर आहे तुमचं? असेंबली इज करेक्ट आन्सर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन नंबर 10. द नेक्स्ट, इन सिंपल एलिमेंट्स नोड्स आर, एनीवन?
Located at corner of element.
ओके, आता तुम्ही म्हणाल की सर नोड आपण जिथं घेईल तिथं असू शकतो, मिडलला असू शकतो, सेंटरला असू शकतो, किंवा कुठेतरी एखाद्या इंटरनल पॉईंटला असू शकतो. ठीक आहे. पण एफएम मध्ये जे काही आपण जिओमेट्री घेतो, जे काही मॉडेल घेतो, आपण जिओमेट्री कशी फॉर्म करतो? बाय युझिंग लाईन्स अँड पॉइंट्स. ओके. सपोज एक स्क्वेअर आहे, स्क्वेअरला 4 नोड आहेत. ठीक आहे. आणि त्या 4 नोडना आपण त्या लाईन जोडल्या, आपल्याला एक एलिमेंट भेटला. ठीक आहे. तर आता मला एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर पॉइंटला, एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर ठिकाणी मला जर एखादं सपोज पॉइंट लोड अप्लाय करायचे, तर मी कुठं करू शकतो? ज्या सपोज 4 कॉर्नर आहेत, म्हणजे तुमचे 4 नोड आहेत, नोड 1 2 3 4, मी पर्टिक्युलर नोडला अप्लाय करू शकतो. ठीक आहे. सपोज मला इंटरमिडिएटला करायचे, सपोज नोड 1 आणि 2 च्या मध्ये जी काही लाईन आहे त्याच्या सेंटरला करायची. ठीक आहे. करू शकतो मी अप्लाय, पण तिथं ऑलरेडी क्रिएट केलेला नोड आहे का? मला स्पेसिफिक पॉईंट सिलेक्ट करता येतो का? नाहीये. ठीक आहे. तर त्याच्यासाठी मला काय करावं लागतं? आहे त्या एलिमेंटला 2 एलिमेंट मध्ये परत डिवाइड करायला लागतं. म्हणजे तुमचे नोड किती झाले? 6 नोड झाले. मग ज्यावेळेस त्या नोड 1 आणि 2 च्या मध्ये नवीन नोड तयार होईल, त्या नोडला मी स्पेसिफिक पॉइंटला अप्लाय करू शकतो. ठीक आहे. तर त्यासाठी जे काही आपले हे सिंपल एलिमेंट आहेत एफएम मध्ये, त्याच्यामध्ये फक्त आपण काय करू शकतो? नोड्स कुठं लोकेट करू शकतो? एक तर त्या जिओमेट्रीच्या आहे त्या कॉर्नरला, म्हणजे जिथं जिओमेट्री फॉर्म होते त्या साईडला, आणि नसेल तर तुम्ही मॉडिफाईड करून त्याला क्रिएट केलेलं नोड्सवर. ठीक आहे. त्याच्यासाठी याचं आन्सर काय? इन अ सिंपल एलिमेंट्स नोड्स आर लोकेटेड ओनली द कॉर्नर्स ऑफ द एलिमेंट्स. ओके. नेक्स्ट, in thermal analysis problems, the primary field variable is temperature, heat flux, displacement, and none. The answer is temperature. Okay. So why temperature only? Heat flux is not there. Anyone? कोणी आहे का ज्याला असं वाटतं की हीट फ्लक्स पण आन्सर असू शकतं? किंवा मी
Equation T is equal to Q.
Yes, equation is a K into T is equal to Q. So temperature is there. Then heat flux is why heat flux is not there? It should be there, na? Answer. You can just tell me the difference between heat flux and heat flow. Anyone know? So heat flow is a different term and heat flux is a different term. Okay. So heat flow is nothing but we are calculating the heat transfer from one place to another place, or one surface to another surface. Okay. And heat flux is a means like one mean terms of the heat flow. Means we are going to calculate the heat flux, that is a delta Q, like this. That is a different term. Okay. So in thermal analysis, the major primary field means a temperature and heat flow. So in this option, a temperature option is correct. Okay. Next question is, solution phase consists of a building geometry, that is a pre-processing. Check the results, that is a post-processing. Solver is nothing but your solution phase, that is your processing phase. So answer is solver. And last, displacing the results automatically, that is your post-processing. Okay. Next question, what is the FEM? FEM is nothing but our just short form of the finite element method. Next, it is not the term of the FEM. Which one is correct? Anyone?
ANSYS.
ANSYS.
Why ANSYS? ANSYS
Because
is one of
ANSYS is software.
Okay, ANSYS is analysis software, and remaining that domain, node, and element is terms of the FEM. Next is, FEM is used for the discretization. True or false?
True.
True. Okay, correct. How many general steps in FEM?
3.
3. Okay. The next, last question, that is a plane stress is example of two-dimensional element. True or false?
True.
ओके. आपण टाइप्स ऑफ एलिमेंट घेताना बघितलेलं की त्याचे एलिमेंट टाइप कोणते आहेत, एक्झाम्पल कोणते आहेत आणि ऍप्लिकेशन कोणते आहेत. तर प्लेन स्ट्रेस, प्लेन स्ट्रेन, इट इज अ एक्झाम्पल ऑफ द 2 dimensional element. So that is a true is correct answer. So this is the overview about our today's quiz of the chapter number 3, part first, that is a FEM. So now you can see here a student wise, question wise report is there. So just try to read the question carefully and solve all the questions. So basically, I think everyone has given the most probable correct answer, but this last 4 to 5 people has given 50% correct answer. That's Shinde 48, Saurabh Gaikwad, Dhotre, Mashalkar. Okay. So thanks for the attempting the quiz. So we will take the remaining part of this chapter number 3 and part 2, that is a most important part in currently our industry, that is a automation. So I think our next lecture is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, so we will start our second part of the third chapter, that is the automation. So at the end of this tomorrow's lecture, I think I will again prepare some quiz or in next lecture based upon the covering the all the points, and then we will start the next point. Okay, like this way we will complete our remaining part of the chapter 3. So I think for today's lecture this is enough. So I will stop here and